Every Australian kitchen has salt. It's the most basic ingredient we own. Sprinkled on eggs, stirred into pasta, rubbed onto roasts. We use it without thinking because it seems too simple to cause problems. But what if the salt you've trusted for years isn't as pure as you believe? Today, we're examining how different types of salt are processed, what gets added during manufacturing, and which products may not align with your health goals. We'll also look at better alternatives that deliver flavor without unnecessary processing. This isn't about fear, it's about making informed choices with one of the most frequently used ingredients in your kitchen. Before discussing specific products, it's important to understand what happens to salt before it reaches your pantry. Most table salt undergoes intensive industrial refining. Raw salt, whether mined or evaporated from seawater, naturally contains dozens of trace minerals. During refining, manufacturers heat the salt to extreme temperatures, wash it with chemicals, and mechanically process it to achieve pure white sodium chloride. This process strips away nearly everything except sodium and chloride ions. Magnesium, potassium, calcium, and other trace elements are removed. The result is 99.9% pure sodium chloride, uniform, predictable, and shelf-stable. After refining, manufacturers typically add compounds to improve performance. Anti-caking agents prevent moisture absorption and clumping. Common examples include silicon dioxide, sodium ferrocyanide, and magnesium carbonate. These substances are approved for food use, but they are synthetic additions that were never part of traditional salt consumption. Many products also contain added iodine. While iodine deficiency was once a serious public health issue, modern Australians receive iodine from multiple sources, including fortified bread, dairy products, seafood, and eggs. The iodine added to salt is synthetic potassium iodide, which behaves differently from naturally occurring iodine found in whole foods. This matters because salt is consumed daily, often several times a day. Small exposures to processing additives accumulate over years and decades. While each additive may be considered safe in isolation, the long-term effects of consuming multiple synthetic compounds consistently are less well understood. Refined salt also lacks the mineral complexity that helps the body process sodium more efficiently. Without supporting minerals, sodium can have a more pronounced effect on fluid retention and blood pressure. Walk through any major Australian supermarket and you'll see familiar salt brands dominating the shelves. These products share common features: bright white color, extremely fine grain, and very low prices. That white color isn't a sign of purity, it's the result of heavy refinement and bleaching. Natural salts contain subtle color variations that reflect mineral content. When salt is uniformly white, those minerals are gone. The very fine grain creates another issue. It dissolves instantly and spreads invisibly through food, making portion control difficult. You can easily add far more sodium than intended because you don't see or feel how much you're using until the dish is oversalted. These products often cost under $2. That price point is only achievable through industrial-scale processing focused on volume rather than quality. The salt may also sit in storage for long periods before reaching consumers. Supermarket house brands go even cheaper, sometimes costing less than $1. This pricing raises questions about sourcing and quality control. Labels frequently use vague language like "packed in Australia," which reveals nothing about where the salt was extracted or how it was processed. These store brands often switch suppliers based on cost, meaning consistency and transparency suffer. You have no reliable way to know what processing methods were used or whether standards remain consistent between batches. Most mainstream table salts contain similar additives. Silicon dioxide prevents clumping but provides no nutritional benefit. Sodium ferrocyanide is another anti-caking agent, approved in small amounts, yet entirely synthetic. Synthetic iodine is added to address deficiency concerns from decades ago, even though many Australians already receive sufficient iodine from other dietary sources. Adding iodized salt on top of this intake can create imbalances, particularly for people with thyroid sensitivities. Iodine needs also vary between individuals. Pregnant women require more, while others may need to limit intake. A universal iodized product doesn't account for this variation. Using non-iodized salt gives you control, allowing iodine intake to come from diverse whole food sources rather than a single fortified ingredient. There are better alternatives. Australia produces excellent sea salt using traditional solar evaporation. This method relies on sun, wind, and time without chemical processing. Naturally evaporated sea salt retains trace minerals such as magnesium, potassium, and calcium. These minerals contribute subtle flavor complexity. Natural sea salt tastes fuller and more rounded with mineral notes alongside saltiness. Once you experience this, refined salt often tastes flat by comparison. Australian sea salt is harvested from relatively pristine waters, particularly along southern coastlines. Quality producers specify harvest locations, explain their evaporation process, and maintain consistent standards. These salts come in fine, flake, and coarse textures for different cooking needs. Unrefined rock salt is another option. Extracted from ancient underground deposits and minimally processed, these salts preserve natural mineral profiles. Pink or off-white coloring reflects mineral presence, not impurities. Rock salts often contain a broader spectrum of trace elements due to their geological formation. Coarser textures encourage mindful use, making it easier to control portions. When choosing better salt, look for minimal ingredient lists, transparent origin information, natural color variation, multiple grain sizes, and producers that prioritize quality and sustainability over ultra-low pricing. Making the switch is simple. Use quality sea salt or rock salt exactly as you would table salt. You may find you need less because the flavor is more complete. For baking, choose fine grain salt. For finishing dishes, flake salt adds texture and controlled bursts of flavor. Quality salt costs more up front, usually $5 to $15 per container, but you use less per meal. Spread across servings, the difference often amounts to only a few cents. No salt is healthy in unlimited quantities. Sodium intake still matters. The benefit of minimally processed salt isn't excess consumption, it's cleaner nutrition and the presence of naturally occurring minerals rather than synthetic additives. Salt feels too simple to question, but that simplicity is exactly why it deserves attention. When you consume something daily for decades, small quality differences add up. The choice isn't between safe and dangerous salt. Approved table salt won't poison you. The real choice is between heavily processed products with additives and minimally processed alternatives that retain natural characteristics. Check your pantry. If your salt is bright white, extremely cheap, and lists multiple additives, consider upgrading. Your taste buds will notice immediately, and the long-term benefits are meaningful. Make informed choices, take care of yourself, and be intentional about what goes into your kitchen.